were to tell me that if I had to walk up and pay $10 to vote, anybody had to pay $10 to vote, I would agree with you. I would be stomping mad. I would say absolutely not, because that would be requiring payment to vote, and that is inappropriate. That's not constitutional. But to say you need to identify who you are appropriately is simple. To say people don't have birth certificates, everyone has a birth certificate. Everyone can get a birth certificate. But I would even offer something even better. We spend billions and billions of dollars in this country on wasted things. I would say to cover the rural people who maybe can't get to the local DMV, or they can't get an ID, I would say set up mobile ID units. Let's pay for that to make sure that every single person has a legitimate ID. We check them out. We find out who they are. We hand them their ID right then and there. That to me is worth the time and the effort to make sure our elections are safe.
Are you saying for free for those people?
For free, absolutely.
Okay.
How much do we pay in taxes? And it's wasted. Let's just go to the governor of Minnesota and say, when you get back those billions of dollars that were stolen in fraud, we're going to use that to drive around and make sure everyone has an ID. That is a legitimate use of our group money, because it benefits all of us to make sure our elections are safe and sound. And are there people that can't get an ID? I think there are, of course, if you look across the country, there's going to be people that cannot get to the place to get it. They lost their birth certificate. It's a burden for them mentally. Well, then let's get them ID. It's not that hard. These are simple things. We went to the moon. We can figure out how to get everybody an ID.
Well, great. Never thought I'd say this or see the day, but welcome to the Socialist Party. And the Bernie hats are in the back. We've got some bumper stickers for you as well. I also want to point out that what we're talking about, if you're talking about, say, what the SAVE Act is doing is saying, you need a passport or even a driver's license or whatever it is, that probably won't stop the issue of people who have died, quote, voting, people voting on their behalf, because you can just go into that person's purse, or you probably have it saved. It's probably still in your desk somewhere. You can still just grab that and go, walk into the voting place, say, hi, I'm me, and show your actual ID and go vote, and then do a lap around the block and come back with your great-great-great-great-grandfather's ID and do it again.
There are always going to be fraudsters. There's always going to be people that are going to cheat. It's the wholesale, gigantic numbers of fraud that could flip an election one way or another.
Yeah.
How many small elections do we see across the country that are 27 votes, and it makes a difference who gets elected? That's important to all those people in that community and to the people that ran for office. So it should be right. So let me pose the question to you this way, Andrew. If we could wipe away all the concerns you had about it costs anything, it costs nothing. We're going to give them a free ID. We're going to guarantee everyone gets one. Do you think we should do it then so that people can be positive in who's voting in the election?
I still have reservations. I'm way more likely to be on board. My reservations include, I don't know that that's what we should be spending our tax money on. There's probably better things right now. I mean, you're saying if all of my things are free, if we live in a utopia and we've got everything covered and nobody's hungry.
That's where you guys want to go to, right? Utopia,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, well, yeah,
make-believe land.
Sure, yeah. I mean, to be fair, for anyone who's actually read it, the book Utopia is about a horrible place, which is always so funny that people talk about a utopia versus a dystopia, when in the book Utopia was a dystopia. But that all notwithstanding, non sequiturs aside, yeah, if you can fix all of that, I get a little bit closer. I do have some reservations. Again, I am hesitant. It's like, hey, Andrew, don't you want to register everybody on a federal database? Maybe. You know what I mean? I bring it up to, I put the shoe on the other foot. Hey, we're going to pass a law that says that all people who buy a firearm have to be registered in a system, and you have to have registration and insurance on your firearm in case anything happens. I think a lot of the right is like, no, I'm not doing that. That'd be a horrible idea. And here we are saying, regardless of firearms, we're going to make everybody do it.